Open Diary Conversations podcast. Welcome everybody. I'm your host Augustus Chibamba, and I'm here with my very good friend Christopher Chondo. Is going to introduce himself in a bit, and also my co-host.
Yeah. My name is Edward. I am the co-host for Open Mind Conversations, and I'm happy to be here with my brothers as well.
Yeah, man. I mean. It's good. It's been a long journey, the preparation and whatnot. Like, I'm just happy, like, you're finally just hitting it off and we're just recording our episode, because the preparation work, bro, man, it was bad, man. Like, took in a lot of time. But yeah, we're here now. We're here. Introduce yourself, man.
So I'm Chris, and I'm very excited to be on this show. This is amazing work, guys. You put in a lot of work in this, and I'm really hoping to see it move as far as it can go.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited. Yeah. Thanks for having me, actually. Yeah.
No worries, man. You're my boy. I got you. Yeah. So, like, Open Conversation podcast, we're gonna be covering many different topics. Also, like topics related to studying abroad, mental health, business, especially the business one. I'm really excited about the business one because there are so many opportunities, not only for us but even for you, the viewers. As the channel grows, we're going to be giving you like some good gems, of which maybe if you want to be like buying products from China and whatnot, like many other business opportunities that will come by. So as we grow, as the channel grows, you also grow business-wise. So that's if you take action, of course. Because if you can just watch and then don't do anything about it, and nothing will happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. So starting off, I saw this the news, the U.S. news. What do you think about it now? Trump is the new president.
That's massive. That's massive. Yeah, that's massive. I think a lot is going to change.
All right. I want to take it from this perspective. Before everything started, what was your predictions? Because after March, everybody can say anything. He won, and we all wanted Trump to be. But before everything happened, what was you guys speculating?
Honestly, for me, I think they were going to take him out before he would even stand for the elections.
That's Trump,
they were going to take him out.
There was even that thing.
I think twice they attempted to. One bullet actually clipped him.
And then back on that, some guys were saying that it was a setup.
Honestly, I think so.
At first, I thought it was a setup.
Not the setup as in people tried to take him out. Unless we're saying that it was staged.
That it was staged so it could win the popular.
Exactly, the emotions of the people.
I was one of those people, bro. That's why
But that's crazy, man. Because you know why I don't think that's true? Because that's literally like you're putting yourself at risk.
Yeah.
Because that was a real bullet. It's not like it's fake. Yeah. And how do you explain like somebody gets hit on the ear with a bullet? And you can't stage that, man. You can't stage that. You really can't. How far are you willing to go to stage something so that you even put your life at risk?
Maybe some people are just naturally ambitious, man. Then
it really takes a serious professional to just, at the moment. Because when you see the footage of that thing, it's crazy.
It was close range, yeah? Was it close range?
No, it wasn't close.
No, it wasn't close, but I think they had some kind of thing like this. And then, just at the moment when he turned to look at the charts and then the ear clipped, got clipped.
So do you think that didn't actually, brought the emotions of people?
I think it did play a part, though.
Yeah, it did.
Because imagine, if you're someone who really reasons, they'll be like, why are they trying to take him out so bad? So maybe it's got some substance behind it. So now it builds up the curiosity of people and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But also then again, I'm most excited about one thing. He said something like, these gay people, what, and these guys, the doctors who are performing surgeries on like, kids who are underage are changing their sexuality. He's saying that all of those doctors are going to be sued. So at least now you can the number of this gay thing is gonna stop.
Yeah,
it's gonna reduce because even some high people were even trying to push the agenda.
That's of course. So back to the fact that before everything happened, most of us were kind of speculating lots of things, based on our one interest to what we think that the policies are. And then, it is very shocking while some others thought that it wasn't necessary. Okay, so let me come to this. Do you think that it is really important that it was more or less like the whole world was interested in what was happening in America? You think it is important because some people are like, you guys are not in America, you are in China, you are in your country, and you are so much adamant about what is happening there. Do you think it was necessary for people around to be involved and be interested in what was happening in the United States?
The thing is, this guy told me something. Remember, he told me last time, like when the United States sneezes, the world catches
the whole world catches the cold.
yeah, man. So
it's true.
That big nation, really, we can't take that away from them. We can't take that away from them.
Yeah.
So whatever happens there, it will affect many countries.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. That's what I think.
Also, just riding on what you just said, right?
Yeah.
We also look at the fact that every single currency in the world, right, is paired to the US dollar.
Yes.
So anything that you think is a currency is a fiat currency, and that fiat currency simply means that it's paired to the US dollar.
Yeah.
So in as much as people might not like the US, right,
Yeah.
but in this very day and age, any affairs that are taking place in the US are very important.
Of course.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not, but the truth of the matter is affairs of the USA are important to the world.
Yeah.
Because anything that happens to the USA economically affects the world directly. Because we saw it even during COVID. You see the stock market, the companies that were crashing and all that stuff. It affected the whole world. So it's not something to be ignorant about.
Because one thing that I always say is that we are now in more or less like a global village. Where the whole world, by globalization, we are all linked together.
Yeah.
So even before globalization happened, for us to even conceptualize it, we realized that time passed. Things that happen in the United States affect the whole world.
Yeah.
Right, because of the resources that they command, the interrelationship that they have. U.S. has a lot of interrelationships with a lot of countries that you know or you don't know of. And anything that happens in the United States affects the whole country, affects the whole world. You understand? So if something is happening in the United States and then you try to put deaf ear to that, I think that in the long run it will come back to them and bite you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yes, because one, financial market traders are really interested in what was happening.
And the way forex business is booming.
Yeah.
What happened to the Bitcoin?
Yeah. Not just all crypto.
You begin to sell. And it was more or less like the market was kind of correcting itself after the man was, declared to be the president of the state. So I think that alone tells us, how important, whether you agree or not, United States plays a very important role in the world's economy. And so I think it is very important that the fact that you are interested in does not mean that, you support everything that is happening in the state. But then it affects you in one way or the other. So you just have to know what is happening there so that you can be able to even make decisions.
Yeah, I mean, just also a good thing not to be ignorant about certain things. Because you can decide to be ignorant today, but then people are making decisions in the world which affect your life.
Of course.
So you can be ignorant about it or not be ignorant about it. But at the end of the day,
it will affect you.
It will affect you, yeah. So
it will come back to bed. Because assuming, when COVID came, assuming you are not interested in, world issues, and you were like, I want to get a flight to China. And you ended up, realizing that I can't go there.
And you're
because what they have blocked the borders of the country.
Exactly.
So now if you're like, me, I don't care, it has to be my country before I think about it, it will come and bite you. Because look at us from Africa, our currencies. What do you think is the one economy that affects our currency's appreciation or depreciation?
it's the dollar.
It's always the dollar. It's always the dollar.
Yeah, quick one. Speaking on the thing, the epidemic during COVID.
Yep.
You were in Ghana at that time, man. So both of us were here. So how was it like in Ghana, man? How was the COVID situation like? Because us here, like, we had complete, like, total lockdown. You won't go out. You won't see people in a bit. Like, if you're going out, you want to be like, maybe they allow one person or two people to go out at the same time. So it was crazy, man. Like, even going to the store was scary. Like, you have to mask up and that. No, how was it in Ghana, man?
I
And they were
think I
doing
was.
tests every single day.
Yeah, they have to rub something
Yeah.
in your mouth, and I hated that thing, bruh.
I think in Ghana it was. I was actually. I think that was when I started actually being interested in what happens around the world. Because one there were a lot of speculations about what was going to happen in Africa.
Yeah.
And I was in Africa.
Of course. Especially, they were saying, in Africa they would
death
drop
row,
dead.
exactly, bro.
No,
And apparently that's the place where the least number of people died from
Exactly.
COVID. It is
So
just
now I was interested in like what is happening around the world.
yeah.
Now what is happening in China? How many people are dying actually? How many people are? What is happening? What is the
Is
state
it
of the
fabricated?
vaccine? You understand?
Yeah.
So I was a little bit skeptical. I think that was the time every day I was online trying to find what is happening. Like what is exactly, especially in China,
Yeah.
because we know that was the origin
Yeah,
of the
they
of,
say,
of,
yeah.
of,
Yeah,
the,
but-
of the virus.
But for me, do you know what scared me the most?
No.
When it broke out, I was thinking, if this thing gets to my country, people will die like flies. Because if imagine when you go to town, city center area, you see how the pedestrians will be trading and whatnot. They're all mixed up and it's crowded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
their COVID spreads. Just
Yeah.
any easy contact and whatnot. Now imagine if it went there now and it was going to be
Actually, it came to Ghana.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we recorded our first case in 2021 March. If I'm not mistaken, around 18th or 19th March.
Yeah.
Recorded the first case when I think one citizen came back
Yeah.
from I think the state or something.
Yeah.
Yet came in the country, then realized that okay, the man was positive. Now they have to put him in a quarantine. Then I became scared because when it started happening, I thought it was something abstract.
Yeah.
It's China stuff, U.S. stuff. Maybe with time it's going to. Then I realized that they were naming it to be a pandemic. Was I was interested
It's
in
global. Yeah.
global now? I wanted it to be maybe epidemic.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if it's Zambia or which country, but there were like two guys who traveled from, I don't know if it was China or something. They had the virus.
Yeah.
They quarantined them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys escaped, bro.
Yes. Another thing,
They escaped the quarantine.
yeah, because it was ignorance. It was
My
ignorance because
God.
people were scared. Like, what is going to happen to me right here? They understand. We did not know. We did not know. Even the world was also kind of unprepared. I'll put it in scope.
Yeah.
Because I know that some people, I don't know, we will not talk about that because certain information we don't know about them. But then the world in general, from my perspective, was kind of unexpectedly hit by this kind of virus. Now, in terms of putting measures in place, we're all like, we didn't know what to do. Because I don't know whether you heard, I think in Africa, I don't know whether it was Rwanda or something, one of the presidents, he brought out something that was working. Is it Rwanda or maybe Tanzania? No, I think Rwanda. Yes, the president brought out some, I think it was a local, mixture of ginger, stuff. And it was working. And I realized that World Health Organization was like, no, this is not prescribed and stuff. It is not medically, approved.
Yeah.
So now, but all of us in Ghana, I think that was the time I was thinking, ginger and
Lemon and stuff.
mixture.
Yeah.
You take them every morning.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, that is like your tea or something. You take it because you're like, this is what is going to boost your immune system. So I think that was the time I was actually interested in what was happening around. How is it coming? How is it getting close to the continent? Because now if it touches the continent and then the death rate begins to increase, it's going to affect the individual countries. You understand now? So now I was interested in how it was unfolding. And to my surprise, I think that the rate at which it was spreading in Ghana wasn't so high. Like in a week, then here maybe 5 cases, 10 cases. Even I think overall we had about maybe 300 or 400 cases.
Countrywide.
Countrywide. And I think that was kind of, we appreciate grace.
Yeah, man.
Because that was
God is looking over our continent. But otherwise, in Africa, bro, we're going to be wiped out, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to be wiped out.
For sure.
because
There's a lot
people
of,
were sharing nose
yeah.
masks in my country.
Hey, boo.
Bro.
I used today. I wash it. I give
Yeah. And when the medicated one came, the blue and the
Blue
white
one.
one.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
one, you can't wash them.
Yeah.
So, the mother used it and give it to the younger child.
Oh my God.
It was dangerous, but we didn't know. You know, like, okay, I protected myself for a while. You know, it's like you are kind of fighting some kind of, you know, paintball game, and you protect yourself for a while. Okay, you do protect yourself for a while. Okay, let me protect myself for a while.
But the thing is, once you get it,
It was very, very dangerous. We didn't know. And so we resorted back to the material one. You know, the material ones, it was washable. Yeah, you wash them and then you use them again.
But I'm just glad that thing ended, man. It was like a big depression, but also like for some people, even like personally,
Yeah.
it was also a time like I took time for personal growth because it was a thing about you're indoors 24/7, bro.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes you watch series, you read books. So that's why even like researching about a few investments here and there, like that's why I started to grow in many areas. So so it was also a positive for me, and also other people made a lot of money too.
Of course.
Yeah, you know, in every crisis, there are people who are making billions. Actually.
Yeah.
You should also
Whilst people are losing billions, people are making millions.
you should also watch
Always
that,
like that.
documentary. It's called Titans That Built America.
Yeah,
Bro, that one need to give you information like on how really people make money during crisis.
Yeah.
There was a guy called, I think, Pierre Dupont.
Okay.
Bro, that guy during the World War II or something, World War II or one, that guy made billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
millions
think
of dollars,
even to the local people, you know, that is when I think skit making and, you know, YouTubing.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of online
That was where the marketing
business and
actually
marketing started. I think it
skyrocketed.
skyrocketed because now everybody's indoors, everyone is online.
Stuck on their phone.
Yeah, stuck on their phones.
And then that's where the skits actually started coming.
yeah.
So even to the lay person, I think a lot of people actually, you know, made money. And even deliveries. You know, because in Ghana we're not so used to delivery. You know, you go there, you go and check your product, you buy them, you are scared. But now you can't go out. You understand? Because the lockdown also came on us too. You have to be indoor unless for maybe medical reasons or something.
And you see the interesting thing about that is like when now people get used to that delivery kind of life, even after this thing ends, they'll still continue using those services.
course.
So it's like they
Because it was
continue
very
to make
convenient.
money. Yeah, it's
So you
convenient.
see, how we landed here was that, you see, now people, I think in my country, people now started moving to the United States. Why? Because unfortunately they had a lot of death row. You know, a lot of people died in the States. Okay, and then the people who were in the health sectors were also depreciated, and they wanted a lot of people. So in as much as it was a bad thing for the world, some people also actually made some kind of, you know, career advancement. People even switched to the health sector because that was where the money was at. Because people didn't want to get close to people who had COVID. You understand now?
Others saw it as an opportunity.
Opportunity now to be in the health sector. And I think from then till now, in the United States, the health sector has been one of the, you know, appreciated sectors in the economy, and then people are actually interested there because not a lot of people are willing to take up those kind of jobs. So you see, the death row there affected the whole world in as much as the virus was pandemic. Now, what happened in the United States became, you know, something that was of interest to the people around the world.
Of course.
So you see now, everything that happens in the States is something that it is not a matter of whether you are interested in or not. You have to be aware because it's going to inform certain decisions that you make. Because that was the time that my currency hit a 10. Because before COVID, $1 was around 6 and 7 Ghana cedis. 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Once it was around 10. Was it 10, yeah?
2021.
11, 12, yeah.
So from that time, in as much as the pandemic was happening everywhere, now because of what was happening in the United States, our currency started depreciating.
Yeah, that's the thing. When these people cough, bro, when they cough,
it's exactly how it is.
Of course. So now, when there is an election, like, and especially in times like this, you know, because let's talk about the financial market in a brief, not necessarily being deep into it. For some time now, we realize that a lot of things have been happening around the world. We talk of the Ukraine, Russia. We talk of the Israel, the Palestine. We talk of all these things happening around, and it is more or less like affecting the global financial market. But now, just look at what happened in a short span of time. Election, the declaration of the president. Boom. From that night that Trump was declared to be a president to like 3 days, it was crazy on the market.
Yeah. There was a lot of volatility.
A lot of volatility.
Speculation.
And then, you know what happened to gold?
Yeah.
Gold has skyrocketed in terms of price.
Yeah.
And it was because of the uncertainty of the people in the states.
Mhm.
But now when he became president, it was like people felt confident now. So they want to take their money off
Out
from
of
gold.
gold. Yep.
Yeah.
So it started going down.
Mhm.
So you see the certainty that people get when the election is said and done.
Yeah.
And look at what it did to the global financial market.
And you know the interesting thing about the market is it's all about the confidence of the people. So if they see a president who is in support of what they want, they have more confidence. Take a look, for example, when Trump was campaigning, and soon he'll be also talking at a Bitcoin conference. Even. So you can see like Trump is actually promoting crypto market, right? So that's why you see that a lot of people have enough confidence to take out their money from less risky assets and put them in riskier assets like crypto and everything, and that's why
the more riskier it is,
the
higher the profit.
The higher the profit. But it's like for you to even make that decision, there's a certain confidence that you need to have, and that confidence is coming from the newly elected president because he's in support of these things. If you look at the establishments that were there before, you see that they were against crypto market and everything. They were shutting a lot of things down.
Fiat currency.
Because they wanted everything to be centralized by the government, by the Fed. Because the Fed has nothing to do with crypto. It's decentralized, you see. So you find that they were fighting against all this crypto stuff. But when people see that a president like this is in support of these things, they'll pump money into riskier assets.
Of course. So I think that it is something that like we all have to be interested in, as young people, as adults, as people growing up, trying to build life from scratch or from any other level. I think that things that happen globally should be something of interest
to everybody.
It shouldn't be like I don't care.
I want to be an engineer, this and that. But then you need it.
It'll come back to bite you, bro. It'll bite you so hard. It'll bite you so hard. Because imagine, this funny story about the guy who had a lot of Bitcoin, who was using them to buy pizza.
Bro, I spent 10,000 Bitcoin.
I'm telling you, bro. That's
can buy like, okay, I don't have money, I can give you maybe 5 Bitcoins. All right, that's okay. The guy took them. And then now imagine $92,000 for 1 Bitcoin, and then you bought like 5 of them. You see how information can actually make you.
Exactly.
You understand? So if you are informed,
we had talked about Bitcoin going to 100K. Soon it will be Bitcoin is 100K and beyond that.
But some time ago,
even if at that time, if I even invested even $50 in Bitcoin, I'm telling you, you'll be a multi-millionaire.
Of course.
By now.
At that time, early 2013 and stuff, 2015.
And right now, we can be very comfortable to say that being ignorant is very expensive.
It's
of
very
course,
it's very expensive,
of course.
man.
As one respectable man said, is that if you think education is expensive,
try ignorance. And also, also it's about taking action, right? Like one of these fine moments, like a few days ago, like I think 2 days ago, our national team was playing soccer. We won and we've qualified for the Afcon, man.
But we didn't qualify, bro.
You didn't qualify? Ghana didn't qualify?
Wait, what? Ghana didn't qualify.
Maybe you should go behind the camera. Right?
We have to dissolve our national team, bro. We didn't qualify, man. We didn't qualify.
This is unheard of, man. Ghana every year.
We didn't qualify, bro.
Every year, Ghana.
Back to my story, right?
We didn't qualify, bro.
You know the interesting part? The person who scored the only goal. I played soccer with that guy, bro. Yes, Kennedy Msonda. Used to like what happened. Our yard was big a bit in front, so we used to play in front there. So we'd make teams around. We used to play with a guy, and we were very close. And that time, they were older than me at that time. So for me, I was growing up. I never had like age mate friends. So most I was playing with those big boys. So no him, bro. Okay, and he was actually good at that time. Even me, like, if you used to tell me like, you the way you play, you can be something, you know. But now I'm looking at the screen, I'm checking highlights, it's Kennedy Msonda. The name sounds familiar. I go check, I was like, snap.
I know this guy.
I know this guy.
One of those stories you are telling your kids.
That's what we're talking about. What happened to you? What happened to you?
So like sometimes you can be doing something and you look like it's not working. Just have to keep on doing it, man, because the guy is doing good for himself right now.
And then also comes down to being informed, because you know some years ago sports was not really a big deal. Let's talk about the 90s. Football, basketball, athletics, it wasn't paying. Okay. And so if you get into, let's say, the 2000s, and then you get to know the future of the sporting, you know, industry, and then you realize that you are good at something because of your information. It will influence you to do certain things at a particular point in time, and then you will not be talked down by others who don't know what is going to happen in the industry, because they are going to compare you to what is happening already in your country. Like in my country, those who played in 1990, when you see them, there's nothing so good about them. Like this guy was a sportsman, and so what? He's even driving a Corolla. So is that what I want my life to be like? But then if you know how the industry is going to, you know, evolve with time, when you are active now, you know that, let's say in 5 years, now look at sport.
Even just the way things have just changed, man. Because now we're in a digital world, and people like those who are too traditional, like you look for a 9-to-5 job, but you think that's the only way to survive. I'm telling you, those people are going, because now we've got TikTokers, YouTubers.
And you know the interesting thing is that it's not, some of them are actually, you know, corporate workers. That's where we have got into.
Yes, so now you have to evolve with time.
The person is working in the bank. The person is even in the health sector. And then their free times, they are able to utilize this to make some kind of money.
Exactly.
You understand? So it's just boils down to you being informed with where the world is going, and then not acting like a dassical, like I don't care. I don't like
what does
this.
That mean? That
like a dassical is like you don't care about stuff. You understand me? I don't care. Okay, so now the new trend is TikTok. I don't care. The new trend is IG. I don't care. In as much as it's destroying people, it's actually making people too.
People are using it for marketing.
Of course. Everything in this world is growing on social media. So if you sit down and like, me, I don't care. This is for this kind of people. Me, I don't care about that. 10 years to come, it will come back to bite you hard.
Man. And you'll be like, what if? And that's one thing I wouldn't want to live with.
Of course. That's the opportunity cost.
Yes.
Because even when I saw that guy score the goals, like, I could have been there. I could have been there with him, because I was equally talented, bro. So
you know, you stay informed. You know, one thing that is we are very interested in is that, you know, we want to keep you guys informed about things that are happening around the world, and then as a result of the information, you have to take action, as AJ was saying earlier. Because, you know, knowledge acted upon is what brings results. Because we have a lot of information. You know, people have a lot of information. Do you know how to start a TikTok? Get a ring light, blah blah blah. But have you started? Do you know what it takes to write a book? Read a lot of books. Have you read few? Do you know what it takes to be a motivational speaker? Go to a lot of conferences. Have you attended any? So you have the information about how to become something, but acting upon it is what the problem is. So now when you, assuming now we realize that, okay, you know, sports is now a good field. You give birth to maybe a nice guy, and you realize that this guy can kick football. And then with all the information that you have, you're like, proper Project Mbappe. When I realized that you are gaining proper height to become Project Wembinyama. Yes, everywhere you wish to, you have a field there. Why? Because of information. But then, even though I miss this information, sometimes we tend to act, we don't care. Even though you have a lot of information about how things kind of. Let's talk about this podcast now. When we started thinking about this one for like months ago. I have this idea. I remember when AJ came to me like, bro, I have this idea. I want us to create a space where people can come and talk about this. And you know, this is actually, it has evolved into this, because initially we thought about something. We thought about this. We will talk about even the logos and how the logos were changed in the pictures. And all that. But assuming after talking about it, we just talk about it, we ate over it, it wouldn't have amounted to anything. And I'm sure, you know, 10 years to come, we will appreciate how we took this initiative and then did action. This. Exactly. So it is not just information is not enough. Whatever you think you have, whatever information you think you have, just act on it.
Exactly.
Do something with the information.
So it's better to try and fail than not try at all, man.
I think who said it? One guy was saying it. I think it was Chris or something. He was saying that it is costly not to try.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
Because-
even another one which says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So not trying us is actually costly because the opportunity you would have had, you will miss it without even knowing it. Yeah. So not trying is actually, what is ruining our generation. And then I think we just hope that as we inform you with the informations around the world, our topmost priority is that you act on the information, and then it becomes a better, something in your own life.
Yeah, and also what I would like to see, like what I would like us to grow into,
Yeah.
like, because we've got this space and we're able to freely talk. As much as we'll be educating people, they'll be educating us maybe via our guests and
Yeah.
maybe comments. No, actually, you said this about this. Maybe someone drops a comment, and we
Yeah.
appreciate if you can drop a comment and just tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also like like growth, like I said it at first, like
Yeah.
in terms of business wise, because right now we're in China, and China is it's one of the best countries you can be in to start a business.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can also create a kind of platform where we can be like an interface for people to get their products, because many people have struggled like to get products
Yeah.
here and because most
Mhm.
people want to do the business.
Yeah.
So we can be a platform that
Yeah.
helps them.
All right.
So
That's fine.
as we grow and we'll do it, man. Let's just do it. We take action. As you said, we take action. So
Yeah.
our viewers will hold us accountable. If you don't do it, type in the comment. No,
Of course.
AJ, you said this and this and this,
Yeah.
and I'll be there.
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
read it. I'll check
Of
it,
course.
and I'll take action on it.
And I think one thing that is also very important that we know is that the purpose of the channel is to be of help to humanity, to be of help to ourselves. All right. And then now we have realized that, being helpful comes in diverse ways. All right. And one of the painful things that I have realized in this short time is that it is difficult for someone to help you about a problem that you have not discussed. Yeah.
That's
Especially
right.
for us guys, we don't open up.
Yeah,
man. Like, we
it's
just
difficult for someone to help you if you don't open up and say, okay, I'm not talking about those who try to take advantage of people. Yeah, I am interested in, the genuineness of opening up for help.
yeah.
You understand? Because if you are not careful, because you don't want to, feel like you need the help of someone, it will even rob you of your opportunities. Yes, because you feel like, this guy, I am too big to go to him and then tell him ABC.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand?
And a lot of it is even maybe them thinking that, what is this person going to think?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but when people see that you are genuine, I think it makes it easy for them to actually come to
Of
you.
course.
Yeah.
I think, that is very important.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are so bent on, people coming to ask for help or people reaching out to people for help.
Yeah.
And then we don't think about how they are treated when they,
When
reach
they
out
actually
to people.
reach out. Exactly.
Because now the person that you try to confine in, telling him about, ABC. Now tomorrow you go to canteen, you are trying to eat, and it's like you are hearing a story that is similar to your
what
story.
you said. Yeah. And the person is like, don't tell anyone. And you know it's you. From there on now, you have
This story is similar to my story.
Yeah.
Is it a different story? or is
that
my
person
story?
will ruin everything about trusting other people.
Change
You know,
and spread, bruh. Hey.
Exactly.
you will never go to anyone.
Yeah, so I mean, this has been a good episode, man.
Yeah.
It's been a good episode. Thank you guys for showing up, and I love the energy. I enjoyed the conversation really, and looking forward to talking about more topics. Mental health. We've talked about Instagram, like social media, how it's affecting people in the positive and negative way. So we'll be covering many things really, because we're not limited. We're open diary conversations. So we'll have a conversation about anything. So let's just keep on spreading it, and I'd like for you guys to like, subscribe, and tell a friend that this is what's happening in town and whatnot. So Chris, would you want to give us closing remarks? A closure, say nice, Chris Breezy.
No, I think it's been amazing here. It's been amazing having these conversations, open diary, and I just hope you guys can like and subscribe and comment, share. It's one for the ages. I really think that this is going to help many people, and you guys are doing a great job.
No, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. So so that will wrap it up for Open Diary Conversations. Thank you for coming through, Chris, Eddie, I've enjoyed, and I'm sure our guests will enjoy. So feel free to share, like, and subscribe, and you can also drop your comment in the comment section and tell us what you'd like to hear more on the channel and whatnot. So yeah, so with that being said, we're out. Open Diary Conversations. Thank you so much. Hey, thanks, man. Eddie.